In today's brief video, I want to talk to you guys about two major mistakes that I made when I was trying to quit smoking weed. These mistakes can be applied to quitting any addiction. If you're new to the channel, my name's Dr. Frank. I'm the founder of Addiction Mindset recovery coaching programs where we focus on helping people quit nicotine, THC, energy drinks, and adult media content. The first major mistake that people make, especially early on in the quitting process, is they focus too much on quitting smoking weed or quitting cigarettes or quitting watching porn, and they fail to focus on the outcomes of the quitting process. If we really think about this, quitting smoking has very little to do with actually quitting smoking, but it has a lot to do with the reasons behind why you're quitting smoking. So I didn't want to quit smoking just for the sake of quitting. I wanted to quit for better health, physically and mentally. I wanted to quit to improve my finances so I could start to save up some money and start investing. I wanted to quit because I believed that it would free up time in my life to explore new and healthy relationships, which it did. I wanted to quit so I could focus more on my businesses. It's the desired outcomes of quitting where your focus should be on. Because then when you start the quitting process, that addicted voice in your brain, that obsessive voice in your brain, it's no longer going to be focused on, oh my God, I'm quitting weed. This is so painful. This is so hard. This is so challenging. You're going to shift that voice's attention to the things in life that you would actually prefer to pursue: your business, your relationships, your finances, your health, your hobbies, your religion, whatever it is that interests you the most. Don't focus on quitting. Quitting has nothing to do with quitting the substance. Quitting has everything to do with the outcomes of not smoking weed anymore, not watching porn anymore. And that's where I want you to keep your focus on. The second big mistake that I made, and I took some of this phrasing out of the book Atomic Habits, which I've linked in the pinned comment in the video description, but I was constantly in motion when it came to quitting smoking weed, but I failed to take action when it came to quitting smoking weed. And this led to tons of anxiety and prolonged my addiction and just a lot of suffering that I didn't have to go through. Here I was in the process of quitting smoking weed, and I was watching tons of videos. Great channel, CG Kid. I watched a bunch of his videos. I was watching all these videos on weed withdrawal and nicotine withdrawal and no FAP videos. And honestly, guys, I probably had watched these videos for months or years on end before actually taking action when it came to quitting. And this whole time, I felt like I was being productive. And to an extent, I was being productive because you need to do maybe a little bit of planning. And if you know what to expect, of course, then you know how to handle the withdrawals and you know how to handle or plan appropriately for your sobriety and recovery process. But once you've heard it a few times, you know what to do. And if you just continually keep watching videos on it and keep reading books on it, it's a form of procrastination. And the more we procrastinate, the more anxiety we feel. And the more we're building up this big expectation for the day I'm finally going to quit. And that leads to more anxiety and more anticipation. And what happens? If you're stuck in active addiction, you're just going to smoke more weed. You're going to consume more nicotine. You're going to watch more porn. You're going to drink more alcohol. So I was keeping myself stuck in this cycle because I was doing all these things that felt to me like I was taking action. And I was, to an extent. I was in that pre-contemplation or contemplation phase of quitting. But I had to stop it. I had to actually just stop spinning my tires and like slam my foot on that gas and let my foot off the brake and go for it. And you might be at that point right now. And if you are, I promise there's a lot less anxiety once you start taking action as compared to just spinning your tires in motion. A very similar example of this would be someone who constantly reads about dieting. but never actually goes on a diet. That would be a really good example of this. Another good example of this would be reading the free course that we offer in the video description or the pinned comment and not actually quitting the addiction, just consuming the information and then doing nothing with it. Granted, that's awesome. The planning is a great thing, but now on top of that, I want you guys at the end of this video to try and identify all the ways that you're maybe procrastinating quitting this addiction. Is it things that you're saying to yourself? Is it self-talk like, oh, I'll quit next week after my friend's wedding. I'll quit on Monday because whatever. I'll quit Sunday night. Where are you procrastinating? And what is it that you're holding on to that's preventing you from taking action and actually quitting? Is it anxiety? Is it mental health issues? If so, there's a simple solution. Start working with a therapist. Start working with a psychiatrist. Sign up with our offices. Get coaching. We'll help you with that. But what is it that's holding you back? In what ways are you just spinning your wheels in motion? Are you watching too many of my videos? Maybe you should be watching videos on how to build your business or the newest workout routine or how to eat healthier foods, or watching videos on the outcomes that you desire to achieve from quitting smoking weed. And you see how these things are connected. That goes back to my first point. It's not quitting smoking that you care about. It's the outcomes of quitting smoking. And in order to get to those outcomes, maybe you should be focused more on the steps that you need to take to achieve those than the steps that you need to take to actually quit smoking. Because at the end of the day, smoking and how you quit looks different for everyone, but it's the same for everyone. The person puts the substance down and they say, come hell or high water, I'm not picking this up again. And it's being decisive in that decision, taking action, focusing on the outcomes that you desire by quitting smoking, and then building up and protecting the environment that you've now created yourself, this environment in sobriety, building that environment and adding to that environment. And that's how you protect this sobriety process. And how do you do that? By focusing on the goals or the things that you need to accomplish to achieve the desired outcomes that you set out to achieve from quitting smoking. Boom, that's how you quit. Go get to work. Don't even follow me into the next video. Comment something positive though, like help others in this community. Where are you stalling? Why are you stalling? How are you procrastinating your quit when it comes to marijuana? Let me know in the comments so we can make video responses and help you guys out. But don't follow me into another video. Just start doing right now. All right, guys, see you later.